This is exactly why I say Miss Rachel is one of the most dangerous propagandists out there, because she is not a stupid lady.
To those who are going to comment they can't watch the show anymore because of the support, no worries. I feel like a lot of people don't speak out about things because they don't want to lose opportunities, fame, money, and they don't want to be criticized. But if more and more and more people say something, people won't lose those things. And it's okay to be criticized in life. So be brave, because other people's lives are counting on your bravery. And being uncomfortable is nothing compared to what other people go through.
Yes, this lady is going viral on social media for reasons like you can see here. Some are going back, digging things about her. She recently came out and she said some things that has triggered people everywhere on social media, and the MAGA movement is furious. Some are calling to boycott her show on YouTube. Like, why should I allow my children to watch you? This is concerning. We are going to take an exclusive look into all this.
This is exactly why I say Miss Rachel is one of the most dangerous propagandists out there, because she is not a stupid lady. She knows exactly what she's doing. She's just hoping you're stupid enough to not catch on. She's hoping that you're sitting there going, wow, look at her. She's such a good person. She cares about all children and she just wants to see peace. That's not what she wants. And you're sitting there saying, well, it's not like she's bringing her political views onto her show for young, impressionable children. That's exactly what she's doing, right? She's had multiple guests on from...
Miss Rachel is getting a ton of flack for stating the obvious in the Nolan Wells investigation. She posted on her social media saying that if Nolan Wells was a white young man and he was out with a bunch of his black friends, this thing would be national news. The investigation would be in hyperdrive. But because Nolan Wells was a black male with all white males, especially for money, this thing is going like molasses, and she is getting dragged for it by all of the MAGA chuds in this country. That should tell you everything you need to know about this country and how twisted and horrible it is that she has been catching so much flack for sticking up for the children of Gaza and loving black children and wanting to take care of all children and wanting to spread love. And MAGA and Trumpers are just wanting to get their pitchforks out and come after her. And the latest is her stating the obvious, that if Nolan Wells was white, things would be a lot different.
And the fact that this woman is, for some people, the educator of their children and on the iPad, to me, that's also another element to this that I find deeply disturbing.
Yeah, well, Miss Rachel is not allowed in my house, so.
You know, I think to Kevin's earlier point, and so well stated, this is a young man who was taken off this earth one way or another far too early, and he was, by all accounts, a great young man, and probably something really tragic happened, and it was probably a total accident. Are some people not being forthright with what happened? Perhaps that's the case when teenagers go out and party on July 4th. You know, that happens. So that's a horrible tragedy any way you spin it, and the family is grieving. But why the initial reaction is to make this about race is, to me, so insulting to his memory, to your point. But also, I have to go back to this Miss Rachel. This woman dresses as a child and tries to pseudo-educate your kids on YouTube. And she's sitting here making a statement like that as if our country is not divided enough. You've got somebody who's supposed to be this educator of young people, or at least an inspiration to young people, going and making a race claim of something she knows nothing about and is not connected to in any way, shape, or form. How she's connected to a teenager in Mississippi is beyond me. And the fact that this woman is, for some people, the educator of their children and on the iPad.
And raised there, lived in Mississippi. I'm 60 years old right now. Listen, folks, all of that shit about white and black people, all that shit not getting along in the South, you are solid shit. I was raised in a small...
Like I said, when it concerns topic linking to race, I don't always like to involve myself into it, because to resolve this issue, to make people to feel the same, it is to stop talking about this. Yeah, not anything that happens, we rush into race issues. If you take a look at what Ben Crumb has done this short period of time, he has actually caused more harm than good, like seriously, because everybody just believe this case is about race, which to me, when he was not involved in this whole thing, you know, I was not hearing things like this. He came in and amplified it till there. This is what we are witnessing. It is extremely concerning for people to sit and look into this. They are still investigating, but people have already drawn conclusions about the whole case. It's like what authorities are doing there, they are wasting their time. To me, that it should not be like this.
Y'all, white folks really thought Miss Rachel was just for y'all. Y'all didn't realize Miss Rachel loved all kids. Black, white, yellow, or orange. They're all for her. And now 3x5s are upset that Miss Rachel is speaking up for Nolan Wells, speaking up for Palestinian kids, speaking up for kids in ICE detention center, and none of them are white. I get it. It's sad, but I get it. But I want to let white folks know this, baby. Miss Rachel's going to be fine. Because I don't have a child. But I will go in my room and I will put Miss Rachel on repeat. Just so she gets what she needs to keep fighting and doing what she's doing for us. And I mean us, black people and people of color. Because y'all seem to not need any help. Y'all need God, but not help. How dare Miss Rachel stay in her lane, speaking for children, advocating for children that need a voice. How dare she do that shit? How dare she be a decent, how dare she be better than what y'all thought she could be? Y'all sending her messages telling her you can't watch you anymore because she's advocating for children. And yes, Nolan Wells is a child. Those children in ICE detention centers, they need a voice. Palestinian children need a voice. I commend Miss Rachel for using her platform to speak for these children. So any cotton swab, dirty cotton swab, 30-day-old.
So when you take a look at everything, you realize if you're a public figure, especially doing what Miss Rachel is doing, you need to be extremely careful, because anything you say, people will scrutinize it to a deeper level. Some says, oh, so I've been watching this lady like this for a very long time. This is the kind of doctrine. That is a politics. She came out recently and sided with this family. And she said something that triggered people. Like, if this happened to a white person, you will not see you will see more reactions compared to what we are seeing. The mainstream media will be reporting. Because it is a black person, they don't like to do things the right way. This has triggered a lot of people because they believe she is struggling to bring back the race issue which people are struggling to avoid. Some says, oh, the country is already divided. Why is Miss Rachel struggling to divide people the more? This is what I see. You are now adding fire. Then imagine someone doing this and my children are sitting watching a show she's producing. You will start need to rethink, like, why is this even happening? It means her ideas are now different from mine. And my children should not learn from someone like that. The reason you see people standing up like, oh, we want to boycott her show, is not because she is bad, or it's the kind of politics that she's trying to play here. It doesn't align with a lot of people. Yeah. People usually play this the way where the clicks are coming in. Like, let me see. If I go there, will the clicks come? But to me, she needs to examine herself, her political stance. It's not like she should say some kind of things that don't even talk about politics. Yeah, if she wants to be safe. If I say safe, I'm talking in terms of keeping her job, what she's doing there. If people start boycotting, she will feel reluctant to continue. So I want to appreciate people supporting, sharing out the videos. They hardly recommend videos against on this channel. So I'm begging on you, please, hit the videos out, if possible, share out. As I'm a short if you see at the end, that's for white got you can always skip.
But that is a problem that we're having here. There's a lot of blacks right along with a lot of whites that are having this problem. When Ben Crump and Al Sharpton came to our state, I think one thing they did wrong was you can't come down here and start saying that our state is prejudiced. This is prejudiced place. This is the state that days. It's so many black.
Defending Ben Crump. I'm just sort of explaining to you why race is, why people think race is involved, or why it's involved. First of all, let's just be honest, Emmanuel. We know the history of the country. We do know the history of Mississippi, and the best thing that one of the best indicators of what the present is and possibly the future.
No, it's not. No. Sunny from The View. I am so sick of—
I don't understand if you feel like—
Don't even get me started.
You know, the good kind of nerves, of course.
Right, of course.
Yeah.
And I'm a movie star, but...
How did that go?
Well, it's Chris Nolan, so we real. That's how Chris loves to work. It's, you know...
Quiet.
Odysseus.
This clip of Elliot Page is going to be what takes the Odyssey movie. It's supposed to be a warrior, right? A warrior, a big, strong warrior. Look how Elliot Page is running.
Something I feel really fortunate about
above theirs.
You know, the natural world and what we... There's a story about this